And we are live. This is June 6th, 2025. Happy Friday to most of you. Happy Saturday if you're in Australia or New Zealand. But we have some huge record-breaking jackpots today. It is so exciting. And in the UK, well, in not just the UK, but anyone that's playing EuroMillions, I know many people here from all over the world, many people playing Powerball and Mega Millions in the USA, people in Canada, people in South America, all over the place, even people in Asia, but in Africa. But 250 million euros. What would you do with that much money? In many countries, that's tax-free. This is the highest jackpot in the history of jackpots in the UK. And it's capped off. The EuroMillions does not get any higher than this. And right around 2 hours from now, it will be drawn. I know many of you are playing this. If you are, let me know in this live chat. And what will you do? What would you do? What will you do if you win 250 million euros? And it's a little different than the American games. Let's pull this up. Take a look. It's a little different because one thing that is different is if no one wins this prize in, I believe it's 5 drawings, if no one wins this, like it is guaranteed to be won. Then the lower prizes, the lower tiers, the people that got all of the balls except for one, perhaps, those people, if it's multiple people or if it's one, they'll get the whole prize. It's guaranteed to be won in, I believe, 5 drawings. But it's really huge news for the EuroMillions. So, and the Mega Millions is right up there too. We're going to be talking about that in just a moment and diving into your questions and comments. But what will you do if you win this massive? Are you playing this prize? I mean, take a look at this. There it is. 200 jackpot cap reached, 250 million, and tax-free, by the way, in many places. That is pretty awesome. What do you guys think about this? Are you playing this? And what will you do if you win this amount? And I also want to ask you, let me see here. Do you guys are you playing the Mega Millions? Do you prefer the Mega Millions or EuroMillions? And you probably don't have a choice, depends on your location, but what do you prefer? Drop a M for Mega Millions in this live chat. Drop a E in this live chat if you are playing EuroMillions. Let me know. And also ask your questions in the chat because we are going to be diving into that in just a moment. So let's actually jump into this chat right now because this is really one of the exciting things. I can see it's blowing up. There's an M, Abundance 1967. There's an E for EuroMillions, Stella. There's another E, another E. We have a lot of EuroMillions players here today. And look at all those. Oh my gosh, look at this. M, E, E. Teresa Johnson's playing the Mega Millions. Teresa, let's take a look at the Mega Millions because that is getting, many of you know they changed the rules and the price has gone up to $5 for a single line, but 223 million is the jackpot for tonight, the annuitized jackpot. So that is what you would get if you took the annuity before taxes, but 223. So that's pretty massive as well. 99.4 million if you take the lump sum half right away. Are you guys playing this game? Let me know in this live chat if you are here live. And did you watch this interview with John Falcon? It was the latest, I should say, interview released on this channel with John Falcon, who won 45 million in New York. If so, what did you think of that interview? And if you haven't watched it, check it out. It's the latest interview on this channel. And he won in 1999, which is the same year that I won the Powerball. So we have that in common, but it's pretty interesting. MM or Matt. So Matt is playing the Mega Millions. Matt, thank you for your comment. EuroMillions, Mistral Wind. What time is the draw in the UK? EuroMillions. Well, Dan, I don't know where you're located, but it's a little over 2 hours from now, I believe, is when they draw the balls for the EuroMillions. It might be capped, but it's tax free. It is well, it depends where you win, but in many places it is tax free. So that is a lot of money. Red Superb says no annuity. So if you win in the USA, you can take what's called the annuity, which is annual payments over a period of years, or half right away, the lump sum before taxes. And you're saying that you will take the lump sum. Suede Knight watched the interview with John Falcon. Well, thanks. I'm glad that you saw that. What did you guys think about that? If you watched that, there's so many interviews coming soon, by the way, with lottery winners and all kinds of people that we meet and interview. Mega winner Nelson. I watched it. Thank you. Infinity LA. I'm glad that you saw that. Talked to my liquor store owner. He said Mega Millions sales are down about 50% since the change. Well, that's interesting, Sir Lister of Smeg. That's very interesting. I mean, it went up from $2 for a single draw to $5 for a single draw. So that's 150% increase. But the jackpots, I believe, it will just designed to go up quicker, but fewer people, sounds like, according to the liquor store owner, are playing. So that is very interesting. Good evening. Glad I caught you live tonight. It's going to be a big day. Good luck, everyone. EuroMillions, biggest jackpot in UK. It's going to be mine. Bruno M. Bruno M., you have to come onto this podcast. If you hit that, Bruno, you have to come onto this podcast. QV says it's drawn at 8 p.m. I have the winning EuroMillions ticket. Sorrel Fraser. Well, Sorrel Fraser, I know you're coming onto this show again, so I don't have to ask you. She's been on here a couple times before. She's already won the postcode lottery, and she is really an inspiring person and a huge supporter of this channel, and she's very much into manifestation as well. So, Sorrel, nice to see you here today. I wish you good luck, although I don't think you need it. It's tax-free in Switzerland, but I'm playing and winning today. Lisa Colton. Tax-free in Switzerland. Wow. 1, 2, 3 subs. Yes, I think this channel just hit 123,000 subs. So I would just like to give a huge thank you to each and every one of you that have subscribed to this channel. I am so grateful. And I'm not just saying that. I honestly feel that way because you're the reason why I'm doing this. So the fact that it's 123,000 right now is pretty awesome. So thank you, everyone, for subscribing. And if you like what we're doing here, if you appreciate what we're doing with these lives and these interviews and everything, then smash the like button. Smash the like button. I'm in America. How could I play the EuroMillions lottery? Victor Brown. Victor Brown, I'm not so sure that, I don't know that it's, is it possible, legally speaking? I do know when I looked into, there's a Christmas lottery in Spain, and it appeared as if you might be able to play from that when I looked into it a few months ago, but I don't know that for a fact. Greetings from England here. Infinity LA, greetings to you. I'm feeling good about winning the lottery. Joel Rodriguez, I love it. How's your day going? It is fantastic, Suede Knight. It is fantastic. I hope your day is going well also. I watched all your videos. Irmus, I love it. The interview with John is smart to put money aside for later. How he invested art in precious metals. Sheila L. Art. It is smart to invest for, if you win the lottery, you can go off and just spend everything you get, but you can also, I think it's important to think about the future. And it helps to get advice from financial advisors. What is some advice you have for someone who's down on their luck? ZZZZ. Well, my advice for someone that's down on their luck is, I think life is kind of what you make of it. So it's whether it's the glass is half full, the glass is half empty, like how you look at things really, really matters. And when it comes to the lottery, at least, I think that if it's not fun, then why even play? And I can say that because I'm not affiliated with any sort of lottery. I think it should be a fun experience. Part of the fun is dreaming about what if you win. And even if you believe that you're going to win, like many people that I meet and interview do, and myself, I had this dream about it before it happened. Even if you feel similarly about that, it can still be very, very shocking. And let's take a look. There's this story in Michigan that just came out that is pretty interesting as well. Let me see if I have this. Let's pull this up. I just saw this morning. And so here it is. This Michigan man wins 1 million lottery jackpot on scratch and win ticket. So, and we do interview people that win on draw games and scratch games and all kinds of people. But the lucky winner says he plans to buy a new car and invest the rest of the winnings. But what caught my attention about this story is a 42-year-old winner. He chose to remain anonymous, but he said, and I quote, "When I scratched the ticket and I saw I won 1 million, I had to pinch myself because I thought I was dreaming. I drove straight to my sister's house to show her. She thought it was a prank lottery ticket. She scanned it on her Michigan lottery app, and that's when I knew that I really did just win 1 million. Winning such a big prize is shocking, overwhelming, and everything in between." So basically, he said it felt like a dream, and he emphasized how shocking it was to him. But that even people that believe that it's going to happen for one reason or another often do feel like it's very, very shocking. So good morning, Tim. Love what you've done with your good fortune, bringing stories to share to the world. Looking forward to sharing mine someday with you too. Ace Rainey, good morning to you. And thank you, Ace. 50% spend family, friends, and travel, 50% investment. Esteban has a plan. Esteban, I love it, Esteban. Thank you. And have you guys ever dreamt about winning the lottery? Has anyone here ever dreamt about it? I'm curious because I did before I won. That doesn't happen to most people, but it's happened to a few people I've met and interviewed on this channel and continue to, including John Falcon, whose interview was just released a few days ago. And it happened to me. It was very, very vivid. And many of you know my story, but have you ever dreamt about winning the lottery before it's happened? Let me know in this live chat. And what would you do with 250 million euros if you're playing this? Because it is an insane record high jackpot happening with EuroMillions right about 2 hours from now. So let's jump back into this chat. Any ticket will be enough. 208 million pounds coming my way. 200 people are in the comments. Has every person purchased a ticket for the current draw? Shenanigans. Look at the shenanigans coming into this chat room. How many of you are playing the lottery tonight? And which games are you playing? Are you playing this record high EuroMillions jackpot? Are you playing Mega Millions? Are you playing Powerball? Are you playing Lotto Max in Canada? Mega Sena in Brazil, Malate in Mexico? I could go on and on, but which games are you playing? Let me know. And if you are playing the Mega Millions or the Powerball in the USA, I am excited to announce that we have teamed up with jackpot.com. And you can see there, well, this is just a one page that they have, but they are currently in New York, Arizona, Arkansas, Ohio, Massachusetts, Colorado, New Jersey. And so you can basically play from your phone or from your computer through jackpot.com. And so we do have an affiliate link that I have placed in the description. So it is important to know it is an affiliate link. So if you purchase any sort of ticket through that link and you live in one of those states, then this YouTube channel will receive a small commission at no extra cost to you. So I do have to mention that. So they do offer Mega Millions and Powerball if you want to check that out. And so let's get to Jesus. Oh, and one more thing about this. If you do happen to visit jackpot.com, there is, through that link, we do have a code that for It's Lucky Vibes, and it's all in the description. The code is Lucky Vibes. You can get a free ticket with your first deposit with the code Lucky Vibes using the link in the description. So if you are playing Mega Millions or Powerball in one of those states. I had a dream that I won the extra shot lottery for 9 million through online Illinois app so you played the lottery through the app in Illinois. First, I dreamt about winning the Powerball, and now this one. Jesus Christ is King. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing your experience. We love hearing dream stories on this channel. Tim, I've had dreams come true before in my past. I have manifested many things in my life, like my house that I moved into. I manifested French bulldog, etc. I'm feeling good about winning the lottery. Joel Rodriguez, thank you for your comment. Hello in Australia. I'll be sharing my story with you soon. Destiny and, well, hello. I have interviewed one person that's thus far that's won a major lottery prize in Australia. Gary, did you guys watch that interview with Gary? It was really, really fun because it's the first person that I've interviewed that won in Australia, but not the last, the first of many. And perhaps it could be you, Destiny. Play responsibly. And this goes for anybody watching this. If you do play the lottery, play responsibly. Never, ever spend more than you can afford to lose. It's very important. But also have fun, because that's part of it. Hi, Timothy. I'm winning tonight 17 million euros at Euro Jackpot Italy. Vincent, I wish you good luck. Yes, I dreamt of claiming 3 jackpots at the same time. PJ, well, that is quite a dream, PJ. 3 jackpots at the same time. What did that mean to you in that dream? Because I'm curious what that meant to you at the time, other than being incredibly awesome. PJ, thank you for being a member of this channel as well. Thank you so much. And thank you for your comment. I had like 4 lottery dreams. Vacation Cliff. Wow, Vacation Cliff for the win on the lottery dreams. 4 lottery dreams. Wow. Well, if you win, you have to come onto this show. No dreams yet, but you never know. DJ Sugar Ray. DJ Sugar Ray, you don't need to have a dream to have a chance to win, but we do love the dream stories. And look at this. This is, oh my gosh, Chris H with the 199 super. Chris H, thank you so much. I really greatly appreciate your support. It means a lot. It means so much to me. Thank you. I'm winning the 223 million Mega Millions. Well, Chris H, I wish you so much luck. And that 199 super, every time I see these supers that have 99, because I won the lottery, the Powerball in 1999. So I know there's so much significance and thoughtfulness in these supers every time I see, well, with all the supers, but every time I see the 99. So Chris H, I wish you good luck. Thank you so much for your comment. And hopefully, I mean, we'd love to host you on this show. Lotto win plans. Invest most of it for a while, figure out what to do with it. Suede Knight. Thank you, Suede Knight. I love that. EuroMillions after tax is 188 million. Euro move to Monaco tax-free. Esteban, are you in Spain? Because it is taxed in Spain, and you're saying that EuroMillions would be taxed, or will be taxed if you win. So are you in Spain if you're still here? And I believe you are. Let's find out. Playing Mega Man Powerball, 1 ticket a game, win $10 and play for my winnings so far. Claudia, thank you for being a member. All right. Let's try to get to, I want to show you guys a preview in a moment of the next interview on this channel that I'm super, super excited about. EuroMillions all the way, Infinity LA. I keep seeing recurring numbers. Negan, love your channel. Thanks for your work you do. Been sensing a win for a few months now. I'm playing the EuroMillions tonight, so who knows? Fingers crossed. RS, I wish you good luck. Thank you. EuroMillions, it is so exciting. And I think it's really interesting that the EuroMillions, that if nobody wins it in, I believe it's 5 draws, but if nobody wins it, like it's capped. It's not going to go any higher. And if nobody wins it, it's different than the USA in that somebody is guaranteed to win it. So if nobody wins it in 5 drawings, then they give it to the lower tiered winners. So, I mean, eventually someone's going to win it. That's guaranteed. I've spent tonight's jackpot already, a lot of plans. I'm going to be so happy and do so much good with it. Mystic Lady Tarot 777, thank you for your thoughtful comment. I wish you good luck. It's nice to see you here today in this live chat. What can you do to make your dream of winning happen in real life? Karen Powell. Well, Karen, you certainly need a ticket because you have to be in it to win it. You have to have a ticket to have a chance to enter the lightning storm of the lottery. And so that's number one. And if you want to talk about other things such as intuition or manifestation or anything else, that's a whole nother subject. And which brings me to this next interview. In my first interacting with someone related to lottery, I usually don't, but I saw many interviews. Shanette, well, thank you for being here. So speaking of interviews, this is a preview for the next interview on this channel, which I personally find it very, very interesting because someone won, and this is in the USA, in the state of Colorado, someone won the Pick 3 lottery twice in 2019. But the way that they did it was very interesting because they believe in remote viewing, seeing things outside of their bodies, and they specifically tried to see the lottery numbers, and he went through his whole technique, and then he won, and it got a lot of publicity, or some publicity at the time, but it's really, really interesting. So let's take a look at a preview of this. This will be released next week.
I take it with those numbers and they win. And in that case, is it clairvoyance? Are they just seeing the future, or is it telepathy? What if, when some people have won the lottery and they've picked the right numbers, they're receiving that information from their future self, who's the winner?
Welcome to Lottery Dreams and Fortune. So what do you guys think about that? I know some of you are really into that. I'm personally very interested in that sort of thing. And, time and quantum physics and remote viewing and all of that is very, very interesting. So that's what next week's interview is all about, with someone that won the Pick 3 lottery twice in the U.S. state of Colorado in 2019. I go play EuroMillions, 250 millions. Lucky for me. V Mar. Well, that does sound lucky for you, V Mar. Thanks for your comment. Okay. So some people say that start winning smaller amounts before you hit the jackpot, like winning $2, $5, $100, etc. It keeps increasing. Do you experience this? So you're asking, some people get on a lucky streak and they have these smaller wins, like the tremors before the earthquake. I think that's what you're asking. And that does indeed happen to some people. So that is true. But there's also people that just hardly ever play. And then they'll just, there are people that have won their very first ticket at age 18. This happened not too long ago in Canada. Somebody won this massive prize. Have you had a prophetic dream about interviewing me yet? Well, Mystic Lady 777, now that you mention it, Mystic Lady Tarot 777, I wish you good luck. We're definitely about prophetic dreams on this channel. Hello, Tim and everyone. Charms, hello. I've also had around 10 lottery dreams, including one with numbers that I played every week. Mario, thank you for being a member of this channel and a huge supporter. It's nice to see you today. Gary had great intuition. Gary is the winner from Australia that won $1 million. And I believe that was tax-free as well. And yeah, it did seem like he had great intuition. It did. And how many times have you won in any lottery games, including small ones? I don't know. If you're including small ones, probably quite a few, but one jackpot so far. But so far is the key word there. Tiffany Sumo with a 999 Super Tiffany Sumo. And as we mentioned, that is so meaningful because I won the lottery in 1999. Thank you very much, Tiffany. Blessings to you. Thank you so much. That is so thoughtful of you, and I greatly, greatly appreciate it. She says, thank you, Tim, for this uplifting channel. I am manifesting the lottery jackpot winning tickets for the Mega Millions, Powerball, Lotto America, and Cash 5. Tiffany Sumo. I love it so much. Thank you so much. And I wish you good luck. I really appreciate that. And all those games are extremely popular in the USA. I've met people, I believe. Well, I haven't actually interviewed anyone that's won Lotto America yet, but I've interviewed, I think people have won all the other games. So maybe you could be the first Lotto America one, or you could win any of the others. You're welcome here. You're welcome here. What's your birth date? I don't put that out in the public, but I did have a astrology reading for an interview with Aggieology. She has a very popular TikTok page, but that interview came out maybe a year or two ago. If you want to check that out, and she read my chart. So, yeah, I am very interested in astrology. I'm not like super into it, but I do find there's something to it for me personally. Britt, who is a member of this channel. Hi, Timothy. You were in my dream the other day. I'm taking that as confirmation that we will have an interview. Britt, amazing. Beautiful. Thank you very much. And thank you for being a member of this channel. Thanks for sharing that. Okay. Let's see. Timothy, what else have you manifested? Joel Rodriguez. Well, Joel, it depends how you define. I think all kinds of things, because manifestation, it's like creation. It's creation. We are the creator and we are the created. And I believe that where you're at in your life is a creation of, all kinds of things. So yeah, a couple things. One is this YouTube channel, 100,000 subscribers. Can't tell you how many times I worked towards that in my mind and taking action steps and believed that it was going to happen long before it did. And so that's one thing just on the surface. Nomi with an E. So we were asking earlier, are you playing this massive EuroMillions jackpot, record-breaking jackpot tonight right around a little less than 2 hours now. If you're playing EuroMillions, put an E in the chat. If you're playing Mega Millions, which is also up there, 223 million annuitized, then put an M in the chat. And if you're not playing either, if you're in a different country, that's okay. There's some other very popular games like Lotto Max and all kinds of them. I've already won. Lied wild. Well, we have to get you on this podcast then, Lied. I know about remote viewing, and yes, it is working. QV. So the next interview is all about remote viewing. Someone who had a team of people that remote viewed different lottery numbers, and they won twice doing that. And it's very, very interesting. I'm winning 17 million euros tonight at Eurojackpot Friday. Angelina, thank you for your comment. And oh my gosh, look at this. Christy Innard, Internal Awake, who is a member of this channel, just gifted 5 memberships to random people in this chat. So 5 of you have now become members of this channel that were not previously. So let's give a big shout out to Christy and thank her for gifting these memberships. And for any of you that have received that, because you will receive a notification or you already have, then welcome to this community. And let's give a big shout out and thanks to Christy for being such a huge supporter. Christy, thank you very much. That is so generous of you. Thank you. And with the memberships, we do members only lives at least once per month where we show behind the scenes content for this YouTube channel. And at a certain level, you can even see interviews and videos before they're released to the public. But in these lives, we get to answer every single question, because that's, with these public lives, there's so many comments that we aren't able to get to all of them. But anyway, it's such a special community. Thank you so much, Christy, for doing that. I really appreciate it. I got 4 numbers out of 5 days ago. I've been winning small almost every time I play or buy scratchers. Daniel Marquez is on the winning streak. I love it. You are in it to win it, Daniel. Late to enter, but better late than never. Happy to see you, Timothy. Christy, well, yeah, I'm so happy to see you. And thank you again for gifting those memberships. I really appreciate your support. It truly, truly means a lot. I have the numbers for today's winning EuroMillions. Hi from Switzerland. Chucky, hello. Hello in Switzerland. And we love it. Entertainment Extreme Network. I'm having dreams about winning the Powerball too. I've been seeing the same number over and over again. Wow. Have you guys ever seen the same numbers over and over again? Do you pay attention to that sort of thing? Do you think there's anything to that? Because some people I've met and interviewed are really into that stuff. And, I notice on the clock, even if it says 333 or 111, I notice those things. Do you notice that, or do you think it's just all coincidence? First thing I would do is contact Kurt Panusis for trusted advice. Red Superb. He has represented all kinds of lottery winners in the USA, and he definitely can give some advice. So thank you for your comment. I love your channel and content. Creatable Sky. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Tomorrow, the biggest lottery will be announced in Ethiopia. 50 million. Ethiopia. Wow. Well, if you win that, I have not interviewed anyone from Ethiopia yet. So that's a new goal for the bucket list. So I wish you good luck. And there, V Mars playing EuroMillions. Mella's playing EuroMillions. Sheila L. Arts playing Mega Millions. I Am Child of God's playing Mega Millions. Joshua Lane, Mega Millions. There we have EuroMillions. Urbino, Jackie Coate, Mega Millions. TB, Mega Millions. Sam Likes Fruit, EuroMillions. Sam likes the EuroMillions too, apparently. I'm turning 40 this month, so tonight's EuroMillions is my dream come true. Infinity LA. Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you with turning 40. And let's get to tonight. 17 million euros are mine at Euro Jackpot. Euro Jackpot is a very, very popular game as well. I'm in Thailand, but I play on the website. All right. Well, greetings in Thailand. Greetings in Thailand. I had a dream 16 years ago. I'd win 64 million lately. I keep seeing the number 64. I feel it's coming as soon as I keep having more dreams of it lately. Perhaps the Powerball will be 64 million on Monday. Well, perhaps what is the Powerball? Let's take a look, because I know many of you do play, and there's a Powerball in Australia too, by the way, but this in the USA, the Powerball, of course, gets to these massive, massive jackpots fairly often. And right now it's 44 million is the estimated jackpot for the annuitized jackpot. 44 million, 19.8 million cash value before taxes. So will it get to 60 something for the next drawing? I don't know. I don't know if it's going to go that high by the next drawing, which would be, really shortly, but hey, anything's possible. Regardless, it may get there soon. It probably will. And I wish you good luck. Mega Millions for 20 years. Tonight is, I missed the second part of your comment, but that's okay. Let's get to how do you become a member? Karen Powell. Well, I mean, if you're lucky enough to be in these lives, every once in a while, someone very generous, huge supporters of this channel will donate memberships, as happened with Christy earlier in this live. She donated 5 memberships. 5 random people in here became members. And if that's one of you watching, then congratulations to you. So that's one way. But the guaranteed way that is much more likely is should be a button on the About page on this YouTube channel that says join, and you can learn, you can read about what it entails, and that's how it works. And speaking of, look at this. Joel Rodriguez just gifted 5 memberships. So now 5 more people here have been gifted memberships, 5 more random people, thanks to Joel. So let's give a huge shout out to Joel Rodriguez. Joel, thank you very much, Joel. And if you did receive one of these, then thank Joel. That is so awesome. Thank you very much. And I wish you good luck. You definitely have some good karma coming to you. Who here believes in karma? I believe in karma. What do you guys think about that? Does energy come around, go around, that sort of thinking? I believe that. It's Positive Pam 649, who is a member. Tim, April 29th, my fiance and I both dreamt I was pregnant. And then May 18th, we found out we were. Now, 3 nights ago, we both dreamt we won the lottery. Positive Pam. Wow. So, well, first of all, congratulations on the pregnancy. That is really very, very, very exciting. So congratulations to you. And the fact that you both dreamt about it before it happened, I mean, I don't think that's an accident. I love hearing stories like that. And that's one way that I believe that our intuition works, that I believe that we can receive. Some people, well, I think anybody's capable of it, but some people have that happen to them more often than other people. And I've had those types of things happen so many times. But the fact that you both dreamt about winning the lottery is also very exciting. So Positive Pam, that I love it. Thank you so much for your comment and for sharing that. And I wish you good luck. And I wish everyone a big win. Vincent, thanks for your comment, Vincent. All right, so we got to try to get caught up tonight. EuroMillion jackpot, 17 million euros. Yes, I saw the portal. Then the lottery numbers came up at one time. Been playing them ever since. Good luck, everybody. Thanks, Joel. When I win, going to protect as many animals as possible. Eduardo, that I love that plan. I love that plan very, very much. And what will you guys do? What will you do if you win the lottery? Like, what will you do? Because this, just say theoretically, because it is possible. It's always possible. Play responsibly, but anything's possible, including winning the lottery. So if that happens, what will you do? What is your dream? Not necessarily a literal dream. If you have a literal dream, that's amazing. But like, what will you do? Because if you win, for example, this 200 and something euro jackpot tonight in EuroMillions, what will you do? And do you believe in signs? Do you believe in signs? Like, do you think it's all luck? Like, well, it depends on what luck is. Do you believe that you can receive signs such as messages in dreams or an intuitive hunch or manifestation, our energy, that sort of thing? Do you believe that can play a role in a lottery win? Let me know. There's no right or wrong answers, but that's one of the questions we discuss and speak about with lottery winners and, of course, scientists and all kinds of people. And I've been speaking about my own experience quite a bit. I believe in karma, positive energy. Shenanigans believes in karma and positive energy. I love it. Okay, let's try to. I'm winning tonight. Mega Millions lottery jackpot of 223 million. Tay Money Brown. I wish you good luck. I wish you. Yeah, it's getting up there, the Mega Millions. So I definitely wish you good luck. You can definitely change. For most people, can change your lifestyle quite a bit with a win that big. I love all the theories about manifestation, but a favorite is the idea of parallel universes, where you take your imagination into a parallel universe where you're already a winner. J.A., thank you for your so parallel universes. What do you guys think about parallel universe? Like quantum physics, quantum mechanics, Basically, I mean, there are parallel universes. That's what they are theorizing, that there's different realities happening simultaneously. What do you guys think about that concept? Is very, very interesting. And time, of course, is not exactly how we perceive it from past to present to future. And so the next interview on this channel, we showed a preview earlier of the remote viewer. He talked in depth about his thoughts on time, because if you believe that you can see what's going to happen in the future, then it begs the question, how is this possible? And some of you might not believe that, and some of you do, many of you do, but it's very interesting. So if you accept that, or even open-minded to that being possible, how is that possible? And through quantum physics and mechanics, it can kind of show that everything is sort of happening at the same time, which is kind of a wild thing to think about. I had a dream 2 days ago. I came into great wealth. Then later that day, I seen a huge rainbow in the sky. Tay Money Brown. So Tay Money Brown is getting the signs, get the rainbow with the pot of gold, hopefully at the end of the rainbow. So Tay Money Brown, thank you. Hello, Timothy. Do you know if you win not in your state, will you have to pay taxes in both states? Oscana Pull. So if you win in the United States, that's such a good question. If you win in the United States, my understanding, I am not obviously an attorney, nor am I a financial advisor, nor am I a CPA. But what I do believe is, if you purchase a ticket in a certain state, you're going to owe taxes for that particular state. So for whatever the tax rate is for lotteries in that state, you also are going to be earning income from the state where you reside, I assume, because you'll probably be investing it somewhere, and then you will be taxed on. So it's not just one tax. You will be continuing to be taxed after that. But the largest taxes come shortly after winning, within the first year. So about repeating numbers, the John 3:16 story on your YouTube is fabulous. Maybe it's possible to interview Tim Tebow. This is an amazing story about winning and focusing on seeing repeating numbers. Claudia Johanna. Claudia, thank you for being a member. I'm familiar with Tim Tebow, but I am not familiar with repeating numbers, with that being part of his story, but I will look into that. That's pretty interesting when I see stories like that. So thank you very much. I'm seeing 888 all the time. T-Rom. When I win the lottery, going to on a vacation, then make sure the family and I are financially straight. You got to love that. And here, so look at all these people that do believe in science. Lily Rad, Dinka62, Veronica, 888. I love it. But DJ Sugar Ray's going to buy a basketball team when DJ Sugar Ray wins. Luck does not exist. That's what I believe. Yeah. So what do you guys think is luck? Do you believe that it's just right place at the right time? Do you believe that there's more to it? A lot of you believe in signs, such as Suede Knight, Sheila L. Art. When I win the EuroMillions, I'd honestly move country and live in a low tax jurisdiction to hedge against inheritance taxes. You have to think long-term and invest in properties, bonds, stocks, gold, and cash. Mario, you are really thinking ahead. Thank you for your thoughtful comment, and I love that plan. I've a similar dream to your friend Neil Trotter. A vast nature reserve is one of my main things. Mystic, Lady Tarot 777. Well, you have to love that. Yeah. So Neil Trotter, I interviewed. He won 108 million pounds, I believe, from EuroMillions, and he's into. I think he has a sustainable farm and all kinds of things, and is really an inspiring story. So I'm glad that you resonated with that, and it sounds like you might do something similar. So I wish you good luck. I had a dream I won 212,000, but I'm not sure, unless you mean million, but 212,000, but I'm not sure where it was from. I was just standing there waiting for them to give me the check. Tristan. Wow. Well, hey, if that happens, Tristan, you have to come on here and tell us about it. I believe in manifestation and that our thoughts and feelings affect our environment, the frequency. We are energy beings. Roxy. I believe some people are fated to win the lottery. They signed the soul contract. Rio L. Mystic, thank you for your comment. And you're not alone, Rio, because there are people that actually that do believe in soul contracts and that sort of thing. Do you guys, what do you think of that? And Sandra Roman is here. So Sandra Roman, it's nice to see you. And if this is the Sandra Roman, I think if it's the same Sandra Roman, we interviewed her on this podcast. She's won a couple lottery prizes, and she's very, very, very spiritual and intuitive. And it's such a fascinating conversation where, I mean, I could go on and on, but if this is the same Sandra Roman, then welcome. And it's nice to see you today. And you're saying see you soon. So if you're playing, then I wish you good luck. But I don't think you need it, but I do wish you good luck. Because Shirley Ann Jones, when I win, I have my list of tithes and offerings, investments, people, and things. Shirley Ann Jones is definitely planning. Thank you for your comment. And I wish you good luck. I have won the Mega Millions jackpot lottery. I'm going to tell you about it. Thank you for your inspiration and commitment in helping others. I am a millionaire now. I get down funky. Thank you for your comment. Thank you. And thanks for your support. I wish you good luck. How many lotteries have you won since childhood? My record is 8 since the school time. Shenanigan, 8. Wow. Well, I don't know how many I've won. I've won one jackpot so far, but yeah. I mean, if you count the smaller prizes, then it's a lot more than that probably. I can't wait for the interview, but I don't play all that often, but I will definitely if something inspires me. I can't wait for the interview. It looks amazing. I'm glad to hear that, Sheila Ellard. I'm glad, and I'm excited to share that with you. I think the Mega Millions ticket in my possession, and I will be contacting you in the next few days to set up our interview. Joshua Lane. I love it, Joshua, and I wish you good luck. Timothy, John Falcon had a sacrum, I'm not sure how that's pronounced, bone likely from a cow or bull. New Orleans has many voodoo and hoodoo religion practitioners. Animal sacrifice by these practitioners may lead to using bones. That is interesting, Lucky Dragon winner. So John Falcon he had this bone that someone gave him in New Orleans, and they wished him good luck. And this happened before he won the 45 million. And so and he showed us on camera what it looked like. So you are saying, because he wasn't sure what type of bone it was, you're saying that this was a sacrum, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, bone from a cow or a bull. So if that's true, that's pretty interesting. Thank you so much. I'd be thrilled. And here's Sandra Roman. Again, I'd be thrilled to discuss manifestation with you. Remember, clearly state your desires and have faith that they will come true. Yes. How you speak, what you say, and the faith is very important, what you believe. So Sandra Roman, thank you so much. And she is very much into manifestation and intuition and spirituality. And we love all of that on this channel. Claudia Johanna, I wish you all fabulous weekend and wishing you all to be winners in lotto and in life. Claudia Johanna, and that is such a poignant, important comment, Claudia, because when you win the lottery, or there's lots of ways of winning the lottery in life. Like really what I think everyone is really seeking is happiness. And yes, you can win the lottery. Yes, you can become rich overnight. Yes, it can, do great things for your quality of life and all these wonderful things, but you don't need to win the lottery to achieve happiness. You don't need to win the lottery to become wealthy. You don't need to win the lottery to achieve your dreams. Most people that have ever achieved their dreams or that do have not won the lottery. But at the same time, it is possible to win the lottery. That is possible. Just play responsibly. Health, wealth, love, perfect self-expression. Claudia, I love it. Thank you so much, Claudia. I enjoyed your interview with the Irish lady that won $1 million on EuroMillion Millionaire Maker. Eduardo, I'm glad to hear that. That's an older interview from probably 3 or 4 years ago with Anne Canavan, and she won. She's in Northern Ireland, and she won $1 million on EuroMillions. And speaking of intuition, she had some pretty interesting things happen to her right before she won as well. And so I'm glad that you enjoyed that. Thank you so much. And maybe we can get Anne back on here. We'd love to have her back on here sometime. Probability is also part of the illusion. It's real because you believe it so. The win is always a choice. Zoom all the way out to the metaphysical solipsism. There's a, okay. So yeah, so probability is part of the illusion. Well, thank you very much for your comment. That is really interesting, because then that gets back into quantum physics and mechanics. And there is this idea that a lot of people, including many educated people, speak about how, the Matrix, are we living in like the Matrix? Is everything as it appears? Because I think that our senses, I know our senses are very limited. We can only see certain range of colors, for example, but there's all kinds of things happening. Everything on the quantum level, everything is vibrating. Everything. You, me, this device you're watching this interview on, everything is vibrating. Little tiny, molecule, it goes way down to the quarks and everything. Everything is vibrating. It appears solid, but really when you zoom down in, it's not even solid. And that's pretty crazy. That's kind of deep, but it's interesting. I believe in manifestation. Angelina, thank you for your comment. We are spiritual beings. Sandra Roman, and it's so exciting to see her here today because she is very inspiring, and we'd love to have her back again sometime on this podcast. Sanjay Paul, I'm so excited to be here, Tim. Well, Sanjay, I'm excited that you're here too. When you hold your breath, you lose it. When you breathe it out, it comes back to you. So if you want life, don't cling to it. If you want the win, allow it to be so. All right. Well, thank you for your comment. I think for anyone that's into meditation, I found even with athletic stuff, like I'm very into working out, exercising, Muay Thai, kickboxing, weightlifting, but also with meditation, our breath really, really matters. And it affects our body and how we, obviously our body, but it affects on an energetic level, I think, our ability to tap into stuff too, if you're into that sort of thing. Anyone see Jackpot's America's Biggest Lottery Scam about Eddie Tipton? Mike's Red Turk, thank you for your question. I noticed this documentary that was just released not too long ago, and I definitely plan on checking it out. I have not seen that yet, but we did interview someone who spoke about that case, Terry Rich, who's a former lottery director, and he helped on that case. So perhaps we can get him back on here sometime. We'd love to. Tim, it's a pleasure to see you on these live streams. I hope you truly know how much we enjoy them. Suede Knight, thank you, Suede Knight. I'm really glad to hear that, because that's one of the reasons why I do these lives, is just to connect with you and to connect with all of you. That's why I do this, to actually be able to hear from you. And hopefully the technology will change soon, where we can go even beyond these chats, where we can actually host people with phone calls and video live. So I know that's going to happen sometime. So always coming to Tim's streams, positivity, love, and blessings all around. Pancakes House 85. Thank you for being here today. Thanks for your support. Neon the Phoenix with the extremely generous $2 super Neon the Phoenix. Thank you. 77 benevolent. See, you got me there, Neon the Phoenix. 77 benevolent elephants. Thank you. She has the best tongue twisters, and is a huge, huge supporter. So Neon the Phoenix, thank you very much for the extremely thoughtful tongue twister. You are keeping me sharp here on this Friday. Thank you very much. It's nice to see you. I really appreciate your support. I'm vibing with my highest version now. Mystic Lady Tarot 777. Joy. This is the real deal. This is what we are all after. We just get mixed up or are led to think that this can be attained by having money. This is not the case. Sandra Roman. Well, Sandra, that is so nice to see you here today. And that is a good point because, there are people that are extremely wealthy that are unhappy as well. So if money fixed all problems, then how would you explain that? I think it comes from within. Happiness comes from within. Money can be really positive, though. I mean, you can do great things. It can create opportunities and be, really, really positive. But it's not. It doesn't solve all problems. I won $834 online casino recently. Rio El Mystic. Well, congratulations to you. And thank you for sharing that. And we are running kind of short on time, so I'm going to try to get caught up in these chat because we're way behind in this chat. Everything is frequency. Everything is energy. I meditate in silence is the most powerful way to access our manifestation powers. Sandra Roman. Haven't caught one of your lives in like 2 months because I'm usually at work. Today must be my lucky day. Vacation Cliff. Well, welcome. I'm glad that you could be here. They discovered athletes who visualize they has 15% muscle increase just by visualizing. You know what? I completely agree. I mean, I can see how that is the case. I think there's so much power in visualization, in feeling it before something happens. There's a lot of power in that with, if you're doing anything really, but in this case, if you're an athlete, then yes. I mean, you still have to, for an athlete, you have to train and do that sort of thing. But mentally, a lot of it is mental. And I think it's underestimated by many people about the power of how much is mental versus physical. So that is true. Hello, Tim from France. I really like your channel and energy. I'm winning the EuroMillions tonight. And I wish you all blessings to you, everybody in the live. Well, hello to you. And John, I wish you good luck. And what will you do? What will you do if you win this 250 million euros tonight? The highest in the history in UK. And many of you are playing it. So, and it's guaranteed to be won. Maybe not tonight. Maybe it will be. Maybe it will be one of you. And if it is, please come on to this podcast. We can keep you anonymous if you wish. But it's guaranteed to be won in, I believe, 5 drawings. So they will give it to the lower tiered prize. Mega, love the live chat. So Peter is playing the Mega Millions. Peter, I wish you good luck. People should win, but they cannot go outside alone and interact with people as a normal person. That's what I think. I bet those billionaires are sad and paranoid most of the time. Well, all right. Well, thank you for your comment. I don't know. I mean, everybody's different, but yeah. I mean, anybody could win. And the thing is, even if you have billions, whether you have billions, whether you have millions, or whether you have nothing, you're still a human being. And the amount of money you have does not equate to human dignity. Many of you know this, but I feel that who we are on the inside really, really matters. And if you have a billion or a million and you're an amazing person, then that's awesome. I'm having a wonderful creative time while becoming Neon the Phoenix. Thank you for your comment. I would enjoy life and help people who need some. On the full moon, I woke up from my sleep and felt like I was vibrating. I never felt it before, and it was so strange. That Friday, you posted your video about feeling like you were vibrating. Matrix. Stacy. That's interesting, Stacy. Because, and I don't know how many of you watch this, but Nancy Trivelato, who teaches astral projection, out-of-body experiences, and that sort of thing. And that's what she does. She's one of the leaders in this world who she goes around speaking about this. And I interviewed her last year, I believe. And one of the things that she said is very common with some people before that happens is that they start vibrating. They have the sensation of vibrating. So that's pretty interesting, Stacy. Thank you for sharing that. Happy Friday, Tim. What interviews are coming up next on the channel? Bring back Neil Trotter for a Q&A, financial planner who's worked with lottery winners. Cart Freak, thank you for your questions. And yeah, I love your suggestions. I love your suggestions. I will definitely look into that. We would love to host Neil Trotter for a second time. And of course, a financial planner who has helped lottery winners or another attorney, because there's so many questions that are intriguing about what goes on behind the scenes, because a lot of people they think about the dream about winning, but what if you win? Like practically it's one thing to have the dream. It's another thing to have it right there on your lap. And it does happen. Tim, I've seen stories of lottery winners who've asked their past loved ones to help them win. And that's what I'm planning on doing. My mom had recently passed, and I believe she'll help me. Dancing Shadows. Dancing Shadows, I find it pretty interesting when I see stories in media of people that have dreamt about their loved ones, or they had experiences which led them to believe that their loved ones played a role in winning. And certainly some winners do strongly believe that. So I do know that some people really feel that way. And I wish you good luck. Play responsibly, but I do wish you good luck, and I appreciate your comment. Honestly, am I the jerk? I was manifesting the Powerball for several months. I played out almost exactly how I envisioned, except it wasn't me, but another person in Kentucky. I said, I'll need to be more specific next time. Well, you're definitely not a jerk. So yeah, you're definitely not a jerk. And I really appreciate your comment, and I wish you good luck in Kentucky. Play responsibly, but anything is possible. I am the winner for the EuroMillions jackpot tonight because it's my mom's birthday. It will be a wonderful gift. Wow, it's your mom. Well, happy birthday to your mom. And I wish you good luck. Magic Manifester Mastery. Love watching your YouTube videos. Thanks so much. I'm from Florida. I play Mega Millions. Juanita, thanks for your comment. And I wish you good luck with Mega Millions. I already got a financial advisor. Well, Vincent is prepared. Sacred Intuition. I would get my own spot and get out the city. Would you ever go back and switch? All right, okay, Tim, when you had your dream, was there any time you didn't think it was going to come true, or did you know the whole time? Bobby Babson Jr., thank you for your question, Bobby. So after I had this dream that convinced me I was going to win because it was so real to me, it felt so real. You're asking, did I doubt the dream afterwards? So all the times that I played after that, and I think I played the next drawing that I could because it was so real. I didn't win the next drawing. I won about 3 months later. And the times that I played and didn't win after the dream, I was disappointed. But I never questioned like how that dream felt, or that I believed that I was going to win, because I just felt that it was going to happen. And so whether you think that's a coincidence or whether you don't, I respect you, but that's what happened with me. So the dream really convinced me I just didn't know when. I often see myself holding the big lottery check and looking at the press, also driving to the lottery office. DJ Sugar Ray. All right. Yeah. And we love stories like that. And I've interviewed people that have won the lottery and actually gone to the lottery office before just to see what it would feel like and imagine that. And then they won. So it's interesting when that sort of thing does happen. Giselle wants to be a winner. Giselle, I wish you good luck. Thank you for your comment. I've been dreaming about my mother, but she doesn't present any clue or number. I guess I have to ask her next time she comes. Solange, well, thanks for your comment. Do you guys believe that you can get messages in dreams? Because I do believe that is the case sometimes, at least for me. Are there more lottery lawyers like Kurt Panousis, DJ Sugar Ray? There are. Well, first of all, I guess the answer to that is yes, for sure. But he has represented and represents quite a few clients that have won the lottery. And so I don't know if I've met someone that has represented quite that many, at least that's actively, practicing. So that's what I'd say. But, honestly, almost every single person that wins a major jackpot has at least one attorney. So technically speaking, they are a lawyer that's represented lottery winners. So there are other people that have done that. I actually won $215,000 back in 2021. Well, congratulations to you, Nicola. Nicola, thank you for sharing that. And Nicola, I want you to know, you might already know this, and some of you, if this has happened to any of you, we also record interviews that are short testimonials on this channel, in addition to all kinds of, I've interviewed people that have won, of course, hundreds of millions, but I've also interviewed people that have won a lot less than 215,000. So it's not about the amount, it's about the story. And if you want to be considered for this podcast, then email my team. The email address is on the about page of this YouTube channel, and we can keep you anonymous fairly easily. We can blur your body, we can disguise your voice, but we want to hear from you. And if you want to come on publicly, that's great too. We love that. But I'd love to hear more about your story, so feel free to email us and congratulations on your win in 2021. That is nearly $250,000 jackpot, and I'm really, really happy for you. Congratulations. And we are just about out of time here. Neon the Phoenix says, Timothy, yes, money is a tool, but we can get so fixated. Do you ever get tired of talking about money? How would you change the subject? Do I ever get tired of talking about money? I think that's one of the, I don't really get tired of talking about it, because that's just one of the parts of this channel and a lot of what we talk about, in addition to the spiritual components and manifestation and intuition and all of that. But I do think, and I'm passionate about this, that money does not necessarily create in and of itself happiness. I believe that happiness comes from within. It's not something external. But that's not the opinion of all of my guests. So I respect everyone. I'm not speaking for anyone else that I've interviewed. I'm just saying, for me personally, I think that money comes from within. I think that happiness comes from within. Money can attribute to happiness, that is for sure. But it really, at the end of the day, it comes from within. And you can be the happiest person in the world and not have much money, and you can be unhappy and have tons of money, or you can be extremely happy and have tons of money. It really depends on who you are. So that's what I think about that. I don't know what you guys think, but Sheila L. Art says she will help the homeless now. When I win, I'll definitely help them even more, maybe get some off the streets. Sheila L. Art, and I love everything about that. I interviewed one person that was homeless, Jerry Winkler, for I think right around a decade, but it was quite a few years that he was homeless. And then he came across this inheritance. He found out that his biological father was a multimillionaire. Did you guys watch that interview with Jerry Winkler that came out maybe a couple years ago on this channel? It was very inspiring. And also Roberto Mendoza, who won $250,000 from the lottery, from a scratch ticket, I believe. And he donated all of it, like everything, to help feed the homeless. And he has a charity where if you want to help the homeless, it's out there. Roberto Mendoza. He is such an inspiring story. And if you're happy, you'll be happy. If you're miserable now, you'll be more miserable. Well, Mystic Lady, one thing that I have found that the lottery does for a lot of people is that it magnifies your personality with who you are on the inside for a lot of people. Money gives happiness, but security, comfort, and freedom, which actually makes you happy. Christina Christina, I certainly respect that comment. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I saw some numbers in a dream, and I play only those numbers. I play EuroMillions online from Spain. I know the win is coming. I look forward to my interview on this channel. We are spiritual beings. The interview with Jerry was great. Tristan, I'm glad that you saw that interview with Jerry. Thank you very much. And so I do have to get going, but I do want to say, for anyone playing, whether you're playing this massive EuroMillions record high jackpot that is happening in right around 1 hour from now, or you're playing the Mega Millions, which is also super high tonight in the United States, or a game in Lotto Max in Canada, or any other game around the world, I wish you good luck. Play responsibly. It's very important. Never spend more than you can afford to lose, but also dream big, because that's part of the fun of playing the lottery. Anything and everything is possible. Destiny favors the dreamers. So I wish you good luck if you are playing. If you're not, that's okay too. But thank you guys so much for your support. Watch for a new interview coming next week on this channel, and we will see you soon.